Something going on in the royal household, and this week has been no different. But who better to break down the stories than royal biographer Angela Levin? So, Angela, you're here to give me a rundown. So, talk to me. What has been going on in the royal household?
Well, before I just do that, I want to say that absolutely extraordinary. We don't need to feel sorry for them at all, because a magazine called investing.com, and it does how much the royals are worth, say that Harry is worth $40 million and Meghan is worth $60 million. So the fact that they've got no money, I don't believe that at all. So there they are, still being, poor me sort of thing in every possible way. So that's that. So I think the tide has turned on them, actually. I think a lot of celebrities don't really want to build any relationship with them because they've got Catherine and William coming over to New York. And actually, they're the ones who are going to win the race, however hard Meghan tries to smash Catherine down. They're going to win because of their position and, of course, their manner. And it just shows you that actually being quiet and dignified will win in the end. What's interesting to me is that the royal family as well are now taking action. It was one thing when the Queen Elizabeth was there and the then Prince Charles didn't want to upset her and, her grandson and all that. But now she's not and he's in charge. They didn't say, please come to Balmoral and help us with this 1 year thinking about Queen Elizabeth. It's 1 year that since she's died on September the 7th, I think. And so that makes it sort of that they're not part of the family anymore. There's not a big meeting or a celebration or anything in church or anything like that. It's just he's going to be quiet in Balmoral and the family are going to visit him. He doesn't want them to visit him and upset them because they think just about them. They'd come in, they'd have a huge argument about what they haven't had and the money they haven't had and the attention they haven't had. So they don't need that. And as for Meghan's birthday yesterday, and they didn't get anything that was part into the normal current of the day from the royal family to wish them a happy birthday. The answer was that they don't do that to non-working royals, but they did it last year and they did it the year before. But they didn't actually talk about, wish Camilla a happy birthday. So that's all gone. And they're distancing and distancing, and they're going to have less and less material to use, to complain about or to be up to date about. My own feeling was that I was very irritated that Meghan is going to Germany with Invictus Games, and she's going to handle it all, but Harry's going to make a short speech at the end.
The tide may finally be turning against Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, not in Britain, but right in the heart of America. Royal biographer Angela Levin says the couple's popularity across the Atlantic is crumbling fast, as even their once loyal U.S. supporters begin to lose patience. So, what's behind this dramatic shift? And why are Americans, once their biggest fans, now turning their backs on the Duke and Duchess of Sussex? When Harry and Meghan first arrived in the United States, they were treated like Hollywood royalty, the glamorous couple who had bravely stepped away from royal life to find freedom. But according to Angela Levin, that narrative has completely changed. After years of interviews, documentaries, podcasts, and public complaints, many Americans are growing tired of the constant victimhood. Levin says people now see through the act, the endless retelling of royal grievances, and are questioning whether Harry and Meghan have anything meaningful left to say. In America, public opinion polls tell the same story. The Sussexes' approval ratings have fallen dramatically. Angela Levin explains that their ongoing attacks on the royal family and their perceived hypocrisy, preaching about compassion while living in luxury, have alienated audiences. She also points out that the couple's failed business deals, including the end of their Spotify partnership and criticism over the lack of substance in their projects, have further hurt their credibility.
And I thought, this is Harry's job. This is Harry's most successful thing that he's done.
Well, pretty much the only successful thing he's done. I can't think of anything else.
No, well, I was trying to be a bit kind. That he could go and he should be the centre of attention, but she'll take it over. And you think, well, when their relationship is so odd, as we saw on that phone call, which was extraordinary, the extreme, where they both didn't look at each other. Well, he glanced at her twice. She didn't look at him once. What does that mean? It's just unfair that she's got to be there. Why won't she let him do it? It's like a little boy. You won't let him go out on his own in case he gets run over. But he should be there to do it. And that's a very big shame as well. And I think the whole thing is really unhappy and miserable. Are they on their own? Are they not? For her birthday, she went out with girlfriends to see Barbie. Harry was left at home. The day before, they went out with the husband of a friend of hers.
I suppose he probably didn't want to watch Barbie because it was sort of, he was probably Ken in it, isn't he?
No, but if you want to build the relationship on a birthday and you care about birthdays, you can always go any day of the week with a girlfriend, can't you? If they're trying to make amends and build up their relationship, it would be nice if they went on their own, but they didn't. So I think it's a disaster. We're on the downward slide now, very much so. And I just hope that when Meghan and he do break up, which they will do fairly shortly, that she doesn't get nasty.
Well, that'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Women we never get nasty on a breakup.
As one commentator put it bluntly, Americans love authenticity, and the Sussexes just don't feel real anymore. Angela Levin, who has written extensively about Prince Harry's life, says his growing bitterness has become his biggest enemy. She claims Harry's decision to repeatedly attack his family, from King Charles to Prince William, has backfired, and even in the US, where they once had sympathy, people now view the couple as ungrateful and self-absorbed. Meanwhile, the royal family has carried on with quiet dignity, strengthening their image while Harry and Meghan's star continues to fade. Angela Levin's message is clear: the tide has turned. Once darlings of the American media, the Sussexes now face criticism not only from royal commentators but from former supporters, journalists, and entertainment insiders. Even major U.S. outlets that once defended them are now publishing scathing critiques, suggesting the couple have overplayed their hand. Levin warns that if they don't change direction soon, they risk becoming irrelevant, a cautionary tale of fame gone wrong. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle wanted to reinvent themselves as global icons of compassion and independence. But according to Angela Levin, what they've built instead is a brand weighed down by blame, bitterness, and broken promises. If the tide truly is turned, the Sussexes may be facing their toughest challenge yet, winning back a world that's finally stopped listening.